All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll we'll go ahead and get started now. Hello. I want to welcome you to the Stockton Police Department. I'm Eric Jones, Police Chief, and we're going to be introducing a few members to the Police Department. So as I state your name, if you could raise your hand. So we'll have two new police officers, Clinton Finucci and Joshua Metters. Yeah, don't be shy. Also, one police trainee, Morin Yam. And we'll be appointing 4 recent graduates from the San Jose South Bay Regional Training Consortium Academy, Nicholas Fogel, Glenn Gallus, Alexander Martinez, and Un Seifan. Also with us today are quite a few of our commanders, and so I want to introduce them because that's showing the importance of today and bringing you onto the police department and us rolling out the red carpet to you and your family and friends. So with us today we have Deputy Chief Rick Salcedo. You're all getting, enjoy it. All right. Yeah, these next 3 guys don't clap, then we'll, no, I'm kidding. So our captains are here, Captain Aaron Rose, Scott Metters, Tom Jernigan, and we have Lieutenants Josh Dobrnick, Eric Kane, Grant Bedford, and Travis DiGiulio. And so that's a lot of our management and commander team. And then my wife, Tracy Jones, is here in the back as well. Vicki Metters is here as well. So they'll be talking to a lot of you, family and friends, loved ones, about what it's like to ensure you're supporting your loved one, your significant other, your brother, cousin, whoever it is, just the importance of your role in ensuring they're getting a support network for this challenging training program and challenging job, but the most rewarding job. So I'm going to talk a little bit now back to these individuals who we are bringing to the Stockton Police Force, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about their history. So we will start with Clinton Finucci, and if you, as I state your name, if you could just raise your hand again so we can vector in on who we're talking about. All right, there he is. He's joining Stockton PD today, June 1st, as a police officer. He will be assigned to the Field Services Division, reporting to Captain Kraska. Clinton served 4 years in the United States Army Reserves. Prior to working for Stockton PD, Clinton worked for the Newman Police Department as a police officer for 4 years. Next up, we have Joshua Metters. He's joining the Stockton Police Department today also at the rank of a police officer. He has served 3 years in the United States Army National Guard. Prior to working for Stockton PD, Joshua worked for the Orville Police Department as a police officer. Next, we have Morin Yam, joining Stockton Police Department today as a police trainee. He will be attending the South Bay Regional Training Consortium's Basic Police Academy in San Jose beginning on July 10th. Prior to working for Stockton PD, Morin worked as a correctional officer for the Fresno County Sheriff's Office. The next 4 just recently graduated from the South Bay Regional Training Consortium Academy in San Jose, where Deputy Chief Rick Salcedo swore them in. They graduated on May 24th of 2017. So first up is Nicholas Fogel. Prior to working for Stockton PD, he worked as a union carpenter specializing in metal frame high-rise buildings. Next up is Glenn Gallus. Served in the Army Reserves for 8 years and achieved the rank of sergeant. Prior to working for Stockton PD, he worked as a manufacturing technician for Applied Aerospace. We also have Alexander Martinez. Prior to working for Stockton PD, he worked in security for Target. And we have Un Seifan, who also graduated from the same academy. Prior to working for Stockton PD, he worked as a casino dealer for Cache Creek Casino Resorts. So welcome, a lot of various experience here, right? So welcome to all of you. I'm going to give the badges to the new police officers here soon. But before we do, I want to talk a little bit about what this badge stands for. And really, we know the badge stands for the United States Constitution, the Pledge of Allegiance, and really the foundation of this very nation. And in law enforcement, a code of ethics was written. Actually, the first time the code of ethics was written and printed was in 1959. The code of ethics that you've all memorized at the academy was most currently adopted in 1989. But what that code of ethics stands for is it addresses our behavior and what it means to be a police officer, the morals, the ethics that we stand for, the fact that we will never tarnish the very badge that we wear, and it affects not only our on-duty behavior but also our off-duty behavior. And it's a high standard, but we know that when we become police officers that we are viewed for good reason by the public to have a much higher standard. The history of the badge itself really can be traced back to the medieval knights as far as they enforced the laws of the land, but they followed their own code as well of chivalry, of honor, of courage. Many of those things really passed down to today. And interestingly, the particular badge that we wear, the shield badge, is in the very same shape of the original medieval shields, and we think that's a lot of the history of why the shape of this badge is what it is. Then if we really go through time to 1829, Sir Robert Peel, the father of municipal policing, really adopted the Peelian principles, which means standing for doing what's right, ensuring that the police department and police officers are part of the community, that we have to have the community's trust, that we only use that force necessary. These are over 150-year-old principles, but we follow those today. Stockton PD has a very rich history. We're really one of the first adopted police departments on the West Coast. So we have a history that goes back to 1849, and our police department adopted those very same Peelian principles. So know this, that this badge that you're about to receive, this badge that you new officers from the academy wear, the same badge that I wear, is all about pride, honor, and professionalism, and the courage to do this job, and the compassion that we have to do this job. And always remember, with this badge, ensure that you are respecting it, and others will respect this very badge as well. So with that, I now get to swear in these new police officers. So if you wouldn't mind stepping in just a little bit and raising your right hand, please. Are we doing them together or individually? Oh yeah, come on, step on it. All right, very good. We want you to be a police officer too for Stockton. Are you ready? Okay. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Good. Congratulations. You're Stockton police officers. Joshua? So I also have certificates of appointment for these two new police officers as well as the 4 that were sworn in. And just to talk a little bit about this certificate of appointment that we give to our newly sworn police officers. We do, as a police department, pride ourselves on being contemporary, progressive, cutting edge in law enforcement and our crime-fighting strategies. But we also are very fond of our rich history, and actually these certificates have been recreated by our police historians, and it follows the exact same format that was done in the early 1800s for our officers, given to new police officers by then city marshals, who later turned into police chiefs. So it is my honor to give each of you your certificate of appointment. We will start with Clinton Finucci. Congratulations. Next up, Joshua Meadows. Congratulations. Nicholas Fogel. Glenn Gallus. Alexander Martinez. Sefan. So that wraps up and concludes our badge ceremony and our appointment ceremony. But before we completely close here, I just want to let you all know that I'm sometimes asked or told to make sure I and my commanders take care of these individuals. I want to let you know we will, but we will do so by ensuring they get the very best training. And they're going to get the very best training to take care of themselves, to take care of their fellow officer, but most importantly, to take care of the community members for this great community of Stockton. So again, welcome to the police department. Welcome to all of you. Let's give them all one more round of applause, please.